So the Brent Venables press conference is complete, and BV talked about why the class is so small. Let's dive into that, as well as, once again, the question was asked about the coaching staff. And y'all are already going crazy on the interwebs. Before we do that, welcome to Unfair Sports. I'm your host, Jay. Thank y'all for pulling up to the channel. All right. So Brent Venables had his signing day press conference, and he went down the line and talked about the excitement about the class coming in. And he kind of pointed out, there was one question that was really good and was asked about the size of the class, because it's roughly about 18. We're still waiting on one more signature to come in, which happens at 2 o'clock Central Time. We'll have a video up right after that and discuss the entire class. But BV had a few things to address that came up immediately at the presser. First and foremost, the question was asked, the class, this one is small, 18 players, a lot smaller than what we've had. We had like 27 last class. And so that class being as huge as it was, and then this one dropping down like 10 players, why are we going so low? And he pointed this out. Pretty cool stat that we played 81 freshmen and sophomores, over 8,000 snaps. So the team is very young, which means with the new roster limits, 105 players, 85 scholarships, not everybody's going to be around. And that's the unfortunate realization of the era today. When the rosters move to 105, can't just take any and everybody and then hope you can find a diamond in the rough with it. You got to do very detailed evaluations and hope that all those detailed evaluations hit. We all know that 5 stars have a 50% hit rate. 4 stars have like a 40. So you've got to start searching for players and hoping that you find the players that are going to fit what you're doing early. And so BV addressed that. That was a kind of a key wrinkle that was interesting, because last year we had the most young players, redshirt freshmen and freshmen, to play in the country as well. We played a lot of young dudes last season, but we also had a lot of veterans in there. This year, still a bunch of young dudes, especially on offense. We played a ton of nothing but young kids on offense. And so now hopefully that development has grown them into this season where they'll look a heck of a lot better. And so he went down the line of each player, talked about the excitement he has for each one of them. And like I said, we'll deep dive a lot more into the recruits after the 2 p.m. Announcement, in which probably have a video around that time as well. But he also talked about the staff. A question was asked about the coaching staff and asked about, who's planned on being retained and who's going to be around. And Brent Venables told the truth. They plan on retaining everybody. But that's what he's supposed to tell you. I would like you all to understand. I want to reiterate this message. Brent Venables is not going to be firing people in public like that right before a bowl game. No. Statement goes out that these people will not be retained, but he's not going to sit there on the podium and say they're not going to be retained. That's never been his MO. That's never been what he would do. It's actually not what any other coach would do. If somebody's going to let go, you'll see the statement come out. But I will tell you this. Every coach will not be on this coaching staff going into next season. There will be certain ones that will end up taking other jobs. That is the expectation in my mind, because that's usually how it goes. No different. A lot of y'all, I'm not saying everybody, I'm not going to throw the full swath out there, but a lot of folks wanted Jeff Lebby gone. Y'all remember that? Yes, a lot of people wanted Jeff Lebby gone. And a lot of people were wondering why Brent hadn't fired him. We had a number 4 offense in the country at the time, and people wanted him fired. He wasn't going to get fired in public. Instead, he took a head coaching job. So what he did, took a head coaching job. That's what happened. That, my friends, is the expectation. Is that he's going to get he's going to get a coaching job somewhere else. A lot of these guys, I don't know who, couldn't tell you the names, but because more positions are about to open up between the post bowl game, there's going to be some jobs going to open up. And I expect people, because I think guys are going to go to the NFL, because there's going to be opportunities for that. So for everyone to believe that BV's going to fire anybody in his press conference, let's not play that game. Still a relationship game, and you never know who you're going to come across. If you're going to burn a bridge, make sure you burn that bridge and it makes sense. But I digress. I'm pretty excited about this class because there's a lot of really good talent in it. From Fauché to Elijah Thomas. E.T.'s my favorite. I'm going to be honest. You've got a lot of players that are going to be able to contribute very early, especially in the secondary. So be prepared. Having two guys from Arkansas, too, that like to hit. MVPs at camps, hard workers. That's what we're looking for. But I think the other place I need to be recognizing, too, is after all these signings are done and the transfer portal really gets going, expect some Sooners in there and expect us to spend a substantial amount of time bringing in some players that can play today. So you're going to get both. You're going to get the best of both worlds. You're going to get new players, young players, and you get some veterans out of the portal, just like everybody else does. We're going to fill a lot of gaps in the portal. Let me know what y'all think. Hop in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. So as we hold our breath and prepare ourselves for the commitment of the last guy in the class, which is Michael Fasusi, as well as Sean Hutton, who will be coming in as a PWO, we will be patient, and we will talk to you all after the 2 o'clock signing. Chat with you soon. Peace.